From global headlines to entertainment buzz, I'm Kashish Dhawan bringing you the latest around the world. In yesterday's T20 against South Africa, India had a disastrous match. Arshdeep Singh somehow turned into an expensive bowler for Team India. He walked into the Mulanpur pitch with one clear advantage that he knew everything better. Conditions were familiar, a local boy, familiar breeze, a pitch that usually bows to a left arm angle, an awkward channel, the right swinger, the left in swing, the cutters, the death over Yorkers. His wrist opened up too early. The seam wobbled. His release point kept drifting apart. And suddenly, the most trusted delivery, the angling away stock ball started sliding away, sliding further and further outside off. And yet, India witnessed an over that did not feel like an over at all. It was like a mini episode, 13 balls, it was crazy. 18 runs and 7 wides. Even Gautam Gambhir's angry expression was immediately captured. He could not handle his emotions, and neither could Indian fans. It was the longest over by an Indian in T20 eyes, the joint longest by a full member nation. And at a point, it genuinely felt like Arshdeep versus the Empire in competition on who could raise their arm faster. The pattern of the wides told the whole technical story. First one dragged too wide. Second one tried to compensate but overcorrected. Then a cluster of 5 where he desperately tried the scrambling seam option. Then cross seam. Then a fuller, floaty one hoping that it would dip. But everything kept slipping past the tram line because his wrist was no longer behind the ball and the rhythm completely evaporated. Arshdeep, he is not a brute fast bowler, he is a rhythm bowler. Once that sequence is broken, the entire action somehow becomes like a puzzle mid-over. You could see him, it was visible that he was adjusting his run up twice, shortening his load up, even switching to the wider crease to drag the angle back, but nothing stuck. And again, the worst part here was the batters were not even trying. The entire damage, it was coming from the wides itself, which is what made this over so uniquely painful for the bowler. And it was like he's beating himself. And this is what made the fans react the way they did. Again, like I mentioned, the fans were crazy in their reaction. Somehow, everyone was reacting like, this over is not even finishing. People were instantly lighting up the social media, while a few of them were referencing it to the previous video that Arshdeep made with Virat Kohli, where Virat somehow mentioned that अगर Drew होती तो OD अगर Drew नहीं होती तो पाजी तेरी भी century हो जाती. So these were coming in on social media. The media was flooded with these kind of memes. But again, the jokes was a real sympathy too, because anyone who has bowled, even a bowl, knows the horror of losing your release point under the lights in a do. It is the fastest way a 6-ball plan turns into a 13-night over. And here's the truth. This over does not define Arshdeep Singh. Again, he is one of the greatest bowlers that India have. He has had long overs previously also, when it was a 10-ball over versus Ireland. But he did bounce back. His death overs economy, his power play swing, his temperament, they are all elite. So yes, Arshdeep bowled an over that will live on for all the wrong reasons. But left armers like him, the skill set that he has, does not disappear. Definitely does not disappear. It will reset, recalibrate, return. And when it does, the same crowd that wins tonight or wins yesterday for the match will be cheering loudly, saying that Arshdeep is back. And again, let me tell you about yesterday's match. It was a complete chaos for Team India. South Africa had put in 213 runs on the board. There is dew all around and the pitch is conducive to stroke making. India, they have an irresistible batting unit capable of throwing caution to the wind and capable of deflating bowling unit. Plenty in attendance to do. These fans have seen the team do that before, but again, somehow it did not happen. It literally was like no one wants to play. Everyone was coming and getting out except Tilak Verma. He just made 62 runs of 34 deliveries. The back-to-back fall of wickets for Team India. The performance was literally so disastrous that I honestly wanted to turn off my TV. So Abhishek Verma, he started off the innings with, he made 17 runs of 8 balls. Of course, the strike rate was massive, 212 strike rate. Then he was dismissed by Quinton de Kock. Coming in, our vice captain Shubman Gill went out for a duck. Again, this does not seem like a season. This does not seem like a year for Shubman Gill. He has to make a comeback. I honestly feel that Shubman Gill is a potential talent. Of course, he is the captain of our ODI team. He's captaining our test team. He has a lot of potential, but somehow it does not feel like this is his year. Then it was Akshar Patel. He performed a little bit and then went off. He was caught on by Reza Hendricks. He made 21 runs of 21 balls. Strike rate wasn't massive, but it was a strike rate of 100. And then came Surya Kumar Yadav, again the captain. He could not perform much. Five runs of 4 deliveries. He was dismissed again by Quinton de Kock. It's like Quinton de Kock yesterday was on fire. The performance that he gave, it was like he is performing for an IPL auction. IPL audition for the IPL auction coming up. 90 runs came of 46 deliveries and the strike rate was 195. It was massive. It was definitely crazy. And then again, like I mentioned, Tilak Verma, he performed, he gave a performance of 62 runs of 34 deliveries. The strike rate was amazing, 182. Then comes in our all-rounder Hardik Pandya. He performed really well in the first T20 match, but again, not much of a performance came. It was like the top order influence was coming to the middle order and the bottom order as well. He was dismissed at 20 by Dual Brewis. He made 20 runs of 23 balls. Then there was Jitesh Sharma. He came in, the wicket keeper. He tried to perform, but again was caught out. He made 27 runs of 17 balls. Then comes Shivam Dube. Of course, big question was, after losing so many wickets, why are you sending Shivam Dube so late when you know he's a big performer? You know he can hit those sixes, he can hit those fours. Why? Again, the question was all about Gautam Gambhir's coaching. All about Gautam Gambhir's selection as to why you are sending a player like Shivam Dube so late. It's like, what was happening? He came into the pitch and again was dismissed at just 1 run. It was so horrible to watch. Arshdeep Singh. Again, we have talked a lot about Arshdeep's performance, how he became an expensive bowler for India in yesterday's match. Again, he did not perform much. He came in, started the performance with an amazing 4 and then he was dismissed. It was like an end of a picture, like a blockbuster and suddenly crashing. Then Varun Chakravarti came. Varun Chakravarti again was dismissed early. He was dismissed for a duck and then the last wicket was for Bumrah. It did not look like a match that Team India, which is the #1 T20 team, was playing. And with this performance, South Africa has now ended India's 3-match winning streak against them in T20Is, leveling the series to 1-1. For more such videos and all the updates about sports, keep following NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.